Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, coming to you live from Disney's Magic Kingdom. It's Danny Does Disney. It's another stellar episode. Today is the last Christmas party, which means I guess I should probably be wearing a different hat. Much better. Now, we are ready to go. Actually, for the sake of not being ridiculed, I'm probably not going to be wearing this hat for most of the vlog. So you may or may not know that I work on Main Street now, and one of the most common questions I get asked is, where is Starbucks? And it is actually right behind me under that green awning in what is called the Main Street Bakery.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome the Main Street Philharmonic.
Okay. Hello, Main Street Philharmonic. There they come. Crystal Palace is over there. You can make a reservation for that. Character dining with friends of Winnie the Pooh, and Pooh himself has been known to make an appearance. We're going to head down into Adventureland. As we pass over the bridge, we'll notice a few things. Number one, they have completed whatever refurbishment or additions they were doing on the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse, which is now once again reopened to the public. It does look kind of different. They definitely updated the queue, which is cool. It's probably been about 15 years since I've ran through that attraction, so maybe one of these days when I have a little bit more time we can go through together. Then they've got the Skipper Canteen, Jungle Navigation Co., which is okay. Ate there once. Not terrible. Got some interesting stuff. As always, I guess it depends on the cast member you get. Some are a little bit lackluster. Some have that luster. We've got some knockoff Dole Whips here at the Sunshine Tree Terrace. If you want a real Dole Whip, however, you now have to go over to the other side of Agrabah. They call it a citrus swirl. How cute. Down there is where you can get an actual Dole Whip. Aloha Isle, as crowded as ever, due to the fact that it is where you get that official Dole Whip. The Jungle Cruise has been converted to the Jingle Cruise for the next couple weeks due to the season itself. So it's everything you know and love about Jungle Cruise, but infused with Christmas jokes and punnery. Still haven't been on that yet either. If you have, let me know in the comments section below. And then we pass underneath the breezeway into the west, or the wilderness. Of note in Frontierland is that they have recently reopened Big Thunder Mountain Railroad with the new addition of Goats and Dynamite. It's literally just one goat. It makes a bleat sound. It's perfect. It's perfectly timed as you go by. I don't know if it's a motion sensor or what, but I love it. We cross over here from Frontierland into Liberty Square. They did recently add Muppets to the Hall of Presidents area, I think in an effort to get more people into the Hall of Presidents. And the Muppet Show is cute. They did also refurbish the Haunted Mansion. Off in the distance you can see Rapunzel's Tower, aka King's Crossing area. And then the mansion over there on the left. Columbia Harbor House has some of the greatest food also in the park. Got some fish and chips. Memento Mori is where you can get some cool stuff themed from the Haunted Mansion. And then under this little breezeway here is the entrance to Fantasyland. Classic and or old Fantasyland, not to be confused with New Fantasyland. We'll run through in a second. New Fantasyland consists of the Enchanted Forest, the Grotto section, and Storybook Circus. Old Fantasyland is going to be this classic section with Peter Pan's Flight, and of course It's a Small World. Also in Fantasyland you have PhilharMagic, Princess Fairy Tale Hall, and Prince Charming's Regal Carousel. Enchanted Forest area is the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train roller coaster. No new updates here, same old, one of the most popular attractions in the park for good reason. Also one of the most thrilling attractions in the park. If you've never been on it, I highly recommend it. Back here, still in the Enchanted Forest area, is where you can meet Gaston and go to Gaston's Tavern. They used to have one of the best food options in the park, according to me, which was the pork shank, but they got rid of it, and now I feel like it's mostly just coffee and treats. You can see Gaston back there, meeting with guests, telling them how great he is. Iconic castle in the backdrop. And as we turn the corner here, another icon of the park, Space Fountain, in the backdrop. This is supposed to be Prince Eric's castle, which is kind of a newer addition, but also a cooler addition to the park. And by newer, I mean within the past, like, 5 years or so. Oh, it was Mickey's Friendship Fair. Down in the grotto area now, they have a little market here. I'm gonna see if they have espresso here. They did not have it at Gaston's. On my right here is the outskirts of Seven Dwarfs Mine Train area, and then in front of me would be Storybook Circus, which is the rehabilitated Mickey's Toontown Fair. Still geared mainly towards children, has Dumbo, the Barnstormer, places where you can meet characters such as Minnie, Donald, Daisy, and Goofy. Off in that direction is the other half of Fantasyland, which would include the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh, the Mad Hatter Tea Party, Teacups Ride, and then we're slowly getting into Tomorrowland. So here's the Tomorrowland Speedway. The Astro Orbiter is off in the distance. This year would be Cosmic Rays. Oh, the Cheshire Cafe, I didn't even think about that. That is where I can get my caffeine fix. As I sit out here, pretty much in the center of Tomorrowland, the luncheon pad is right in front of me here. Merchants of Venus is behind me. Over the years, it's changed what merchandise it sells. However, due to the recent popularity of the Star Wars franchise, the newer acquisition of the Star Wars company, and the recent release of Rogue One, Merchants of Venus has now converted all of its merchandise to Star Wars. As we walk down the main corridor of Tomorrowland, you'll see that Stitch's Great Escape is now operating for a limited time for the Christmas season. However, come January, Stitch's Great Escape will close down once again as they get ready for it to be overhauled into a new attraction, which still has not yet been confirmed. However, the rumor is that it's going to be something Wreck-It Ralph. I could see them doing like a VR thing for a Wreck-It Ralph, which would be kind of cool with those same seats and that same theater design. So we'll see what they do. As always, if you have any more information than I do about what's going to happen with any of these attractions, please write it in the comments section below. Like and subscribe if you like what you're seeing. Subscribe if you want to see more of it. The Tomorrowland Terrace restaurant behind me is open seasonally, and 'tis the season, so it is open currently for fireworks viewing and a dessert party, and on occasions, busier days. So that's going to do it for this episode of Danny Does Disney. A few updates this time around, but not too much to report on. We'll have another episode for you in January with January updates. If there's anything that I forgot to include or did not include, please let me know in the comment section below. Give me a like if you like what you see. Subscribe, tell your friends, and as always, have a magical day and thanks for watching.